Yo, welcome back to Warehouse Reacts, where today we are listening to the 7th track on Avenged Sevenfold's Life is But a Dream album. If you've just come from Cosmic or Beautiful Morning, yes, I'm wearing the same clothes. Yes, I'm listening to these three in the same sitting. Wow, what a journey it's been. We're listening to Easier, and this one looks to be a lot shorter and perhaps easier to digest than the previous two in terms of length. It's a terrible joke and segue or whatever you'd call that. Anyway, I quite liked Cosmic, as I said in that reaction. Beautiful Morning didn't really do it for me. I don't know. I feel like on subsequent listens it'll be a lot better, maybe. Cosmic I liked straight away, and I can tell it's probably going to become my favourite off the album. But Beautiful Morning, I'm not really too sure. But like I say, subsequent listens, maybe it'll grow on me. But we'll jump straight into Easier, which, as I say, is only 3 minutes long. So let's get straight into it. Here we go. This is Easier. It's Easier. We've got featuring ELO. Get the lyrics up. Yeah. Okay, we'll give it a pause before this second verse. Yeah, vocoded, weirdly kind of vocoded intro, which I guess is a kind of... Obviously, we've had a couple of auto-tune segments throughout this album so far, but like a straight-up like vocoder, I don't think we've had anything like that. Maybe I'm misremembering, but cool. Like I said, very kind of ELO, very that kind of style, and... just a guitar and a verse with a lot of attitude, I think is the only word that was coming to my head. Is just attitude, very kind of, But I mean, yeah, guitar's full of attitude. The vocals very like EQ'd to sound like you're kind of on the other end of the phone with Matt, but which I think has been a couple of times throughout this album we've heard the vocals EQ'd in a very different way to what they usually are. But yeah, we'll bring it back just a little bit to the end of that chorus, I guess you'd call it, and then another like vocoded bass line. John Frusciante is playing guitar. So Chili Peppers in this here. Very wet at the end there. Very wet. I don't know. I don't know what you'd call that sound, but very wet in the center. Fun, I think, is the word. A lot of fun. A good kind of burst of energy, as I said. Straight after the two kind of slower, more melodic, more kind of. Well, I mean, Beautiful Morning, not so much, but Cosmic, very, very, as I say in that reaction, very anthemic, very kind of melody-driven, piano-driven, perhaps, and this was a nice kind of burst of energy, and like I said, very strange vocoder, and weird solo in the left ear, and then Red Hot Chili Peppers guitar in the right ear. I mean that was a fun track. I don't know if it'll be my favorite or one of my favorites, but it's certainly a nice, cool kind of burst of energy. As I said, full of attitude and full of, again, on theme with just kind of weird, strange things that you'd never expect on an Avenged Sevenfold album. But enjoyable, very enjoyable. So join me next time then for G.O.D. G, Ordinary and Death, I believe are the song's titles. Yeah. Which I'm going to play as a 3-piece suite, because I presume that's what you're meant to do. But we'll give them a go, and we'll see what they sound like, whether they're another burst of energy or whether they're like a nice kind of slow wind down before the end of the album. I don't know. We'll see. I imagine we'll have maybe another kind of wacky one, perhaps, and then maybe hit a slow wind down, but we'll see. Anyway, that was Easier by Avenged Sevenfold. Join me next time for G.O.D. Thanks for watching.